Life Lesson 7, Beware of Shaitan's Plan. Just 7, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 90-91. O you who have believed, indeed, intoxicants, gambling, sacrificing on stone altars to other than Allah, and divining arrows are but defilement from the work of Satan, so avoid it that you may be successful. Satan only wants to cause between you animosity and hatred through intoxicants and gambling, and to avert you from the remembrance of Allah and from prayer. So, will you not desist? Today, we picked these two verses from Surah Al-Ma'idah. You would be surprised why these two, while as Muslims it is a very settled truth that drugs, intoxicants including alcohol, gambling, idolatry, and divination by arrows, also called bailomancy, used to foresee or foretell future events, or to discover hidden knowledge. The aim is to see how in our time, these things are still in practice directly or indirectly, especially in Muslim society, to keep ourselves protected from their evil. So first let's look into a few misconceptions related to the use of alcohol in Muslim society who are shamefully engaged in what is haram or forbidden. Misconception 1, quantity matters. Though they clearly believe in Allah and the Messenger, unfortunately, they don't find it unlawful to have drugs/intoxicants in smaller quantities. It is common to hear, I just do a little bit of weed, or I only have a little bit of social drink, a small glass of wine is not intoxicating me. Though there is a clear saying of the Prophet that every intoxicant is unlawful, and whatever causes intoxication in large amounts, a small amount of it is, also, unlawful. Sunan Ibn Majah, 3392, Misconception 2, word alcohol is not present in Quran. Then, a few others are so ignorant that they ask, show me where it is written that alcohol is haram. There are many who thinks the exact word of alcohol, alcoholic beer, wine, or the name of a drug is not used, so it is okay to consume it. Look at it, subhanallah, how stubborn they are. For these people, it is important that they understand the meaning of the Arabic word khamr, which is commonly viewed as a general term for any intoxicating beverage, by the literal definition of covering something. Khamr makes one unconscious or covers the power to think straight. Nevertheless, many oblivious people may argue in favor of liquor by calling themselves social drinkers. They claim that they only have 1 or 2 pegs and they have self-control, and so, never get intoxicated. While the above-mentioned hadith is evident that a sip of any alcoholic drink or a small quantity of a drug is also forbidden. Types of gambling. We also like to share some modern-day issues of gambling and games of chances, in which many are participating without knowing that it is actually gambling. Be aware that gambling comes in many different forms. Commercial gambling includes lotteries, number games, such as lotto and keno, sports betting, horse betting, poker, and other card games, casino table games, such as roulette and craps, bingo, and electronic gaming machine. This evil feeds on the will of a person who risks something valuable in the hope of getting rather more in a greater value. It can stimulate the brain's reward system much like drugs or alcohol can, leading to addiction. If you have a problem with compulsive gambling, you may continually chase bets that lead to losses, hide this behavior, exhaust your savings, involve in debt, or even root to theft or fraud to support your addiction. Life lessons. Dear readers, Quran has mentioned in several places that to obey Allah and His Messenger. Once they stop us from doing anything, there is no question or excuse left to make. Here we can understand that these evils are from Shaitan to deviate a believer from the path of guidance and from his remembrance. Also, we are not unaware that this liquor industry is the source of a lot of destruction to the community, families, and individuals. Addiction to these has many negative effects on the entire family, such as relationship conflicts, financial hardships, emotional instability, and safety issues, especially if that person is around minors or vulnerable people. You can see that the sins in these evils overshadow their benefits. Khamr and gambling, and similarly, divination to foresee the future while knowing the future is only in Allah's hands, are all satanic things. Our deen stands completely against them. These are suicidal evils. And Allah knows that for those who once start, it's hard for them to leave. Don't try to find religious excuses for your personal addiction and don't sell the religion. You are justifying your behavior by misrepresenting Islam. Better not to go near these crimes. And if you are already tangled in them, important is to first accept that you have a problem and then seek help, by taking addiction therapy, coaching and counseling. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all the satanic traps and guide us towards what is beneficial for our dunya and akhirah. Ameen.